Woo! Good morning. Good morning, guys. How we doing today on this blissful Thursday? You know what I was thinking right now? Yesterday I did a video outside of the office on the patio, and the whole video I said, "Oh, good. Everybody have a blessed Thursday." And look, yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. But it's all good. Sometimes you don't even know the days. But man, I'm just happy to have you here. So if you're watching us right now live, you already know what to do. Press number one, let us know that we're live. I can see all your comments here and hashtag share. And today is going to be an amazing day. I have Miss Amber Farooqui. I hope I said her last name right. And I've been seeing her. Well, I was following her dad a while ago because he has his company called Boss Up Solutions. And then she came out and I was like, hey, I know her dad. And I was like, it's been a while, but I'm gonna bring her dad too, But I was like, let me get her in here because I know she just wrote a book about fitness, and we're gonna talk about that too. And we're gonna talk about a little bit about herself, who she is, because I know a lot of people you might not know who she is, but she's gonna tell you a little bit about her story. Then I'm listening. I'll ask her a couple of questions, and we get into the book. I know I don't have the book, but I'm gonna get the book, and I know I can do another second interview, and we can talk about the book because I know I always like to do that. When people write their books, I bring them in at the first time, and I know I might not have the book, but I like reading. So the first time I read the book, I'll definitely get them back, and we'll definitely talk about the book, just like I did a couple of months ago about a book from my friend here in Houston. I read the whole book. We went at another second interview, and we talked about the book, and it was amazing because his book is just simple to the point, and it helps anybody that is starting or want to jump into being an entrepreneur, businessman, or businesswoman. But today we're talking about Amber, and I'm glad to have her here. Like I tell you guys, every day I'm going to be bringing you in any different entrepreneur, startup, CEO, anybody that is trying to dent or change something in the world here in the Push Power to Power Hole, Power Show. I mean, me being your host. And I'm just happy to have them here, connect with everybody and get ready because if you got to take some notes. I have my notebook over here. I'll get it right now. But every time I'm listening to them or myself, we're talking to each other, we learn something new. Every day we learn something new. So we got to write it down. Write it down because it might help you. It might help somebody out there, or it might help your business on your personal life or any kind or man, right after the show, you might go out there somewhere, be like, you know what? I just finished watching this show and this is not applied to me, but it can apply to you, or it can apply to your cousin or to your family. So always write stuff down, whatever is like that aha moment that it concerns you, write it. That's what I do when I watch other shows. I'm like, oh, that's gonna help me. Oh, that's gonna help my mom, my dad, or somebody. And I write it down. I jot a couple of notes. Remember that you're just not watching the show. Yes, it's gonna be fun and everything and like that. But you watching the show just to learn and have something on your mindset that when you go to another show, you're prepared. Also like, man, it was great that I was in the Push Power Show. Now you're in another podcast show and everything, and it just feels great when you just write stuff down. And if you don't have stuff right, then just use your phone. Use your phone, jot some notes, and be ready. But hey, I'm ready to bring her here. So I'm happy to have her here. And let me get Miss Amber Farooqui in the house. She's 20 years old, guys. She's still in college and the university, doing her thing, jumping in. I know she's watching her dad doing all her entrepreneurship and stuff. You're going to know about her right now. And let's welcome her here. Let me get her in the spot. Welcome, Amber.
Hi. Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh no, welcome. I'm just amazed to have you here. You know that when I saw you and I was like, because right now Facebook they're creating so many fake pages. I was like,
Hmm.
and then I went in your page and I saw your dad and I was like, I follow him a while back when I wasn't in the mentality of being an entrepreneur, and I was like, is that a real page or she's not? Then I went and did my homework and I was like, yes, she is. She's writing a book. All right. I was like, let's get it because I hate that now. There's so many fake Facebook out there that you don't know who's real or not.
I know. It's crazy.
And it just, let me see, where is that? All right. And I just wanted to, the audience is ready for you, man. And I'm ready because I'm learning something new. That's why I like, and I'm in my little notebook and I listen to you. So I just wanted for you to start talking about you yourself, who you are, where you came from, and what was those ideas that, man, I want to follow my dad's steps, or it just grow on you that you wanted to go into fitness, or because you saw some other fitness people doing that, you're like, that's for me?
Right. Okay, so actually, I started off as a fitness coach and I did that for 2 years, but now I kind of transitioned more into business coaching and consulting. And that's kind of also, I wrote my book, which is a bestseller as well. But going back to a few years, 5 years ago when I was 15, I left high school to be homeschooled. And I moved to Mexico, Guadalajara, which is a
Ooh.
completely, yeah, it was completely foreign. I didn't like, I'm not Spanish in any way, but my dad was living there at the time. So I was like asking to be homeschooled. And he said the only way I could be homeschooled was if I were to go to Mexico and live with him. So I was like, okay, why not? So then I went to Mexico. I did homeschooling there for 2 years. And when I was there, like I mentioned, it was completely foreign to me. I didn't exactly know the language. I didn't really have friends there. My dad was always traveling for work. So I was basically alone besides being with my tutors and in school and stuff. So I needed something to keep me going. And that's kind of where I found my passion for fitness. I started working out because my dad had a gym there. So that was the first time I ever stepped my foot in the gym ever. So I went there and I didn't really know what I was doing at all. I kind of just was looking up YouTube videos and Instagram videos and just trying random things. And when I was young, I was also very like insecure about my body for a long time because I was always very skinny and small, and I hated that because I would always get comments about like, oh, are you anorexic, or do you have like eating disorders or things like that? And none of it was true, but it would always get to me because I mean, I was a girl and I don't know, I just, yeah. So then when I went to the gym and I started working out, after a few weeks, I actually started noticing differences in my body. And not only my body, but I started noticing differences in like my mindset as well. I was becoming way more disciplined, dedicated. I was building confidence, and I was getting all these characteristics in myself that I never knew that I could have. So from there, I kind of started utilizing social media a bit more, and I was posting my journey through my fitness journey on Instagram mainly. And a bunch of people would reach out to me and be like, "Oh wow, like you look so different, obviously from before." And they would ask me to help them out. And then this is kind of all over the place. But then I moved back to Chicago my senior year of high school because I wanted to come back to school and graduate and do prom and all that stuff. So I moved back. And then a bunch of my friends and stuff asked me to train them. So for fun, I was training my friends. And it was just for fun. I didn't even know what I was doing. I barely knew like what works and what doesn't. It's just whatever I did for the past 2 years. I'm like, okay, I might as well help them. If they want help, why not? So I did that for a little bit, and then I was tracking their progress as well and posting that on social media. So even more people started reaching out to me, and they're like, oh, are you actually doing like personal training? Because I'm interested and I've seen like your process and you've helped so many people. So would you be willing to help me and things like that? And I was like, I don't know. Like I don't do this, so I don't know. But then I ended up taking on other clients. And then I became like a fitness coach, I guess. And I wasn't able to reach as many people as they were reaching out to me because they were from all over the world. So that's kind of when I went to like online coaching, and I started training people online and building courses and programs and things like that for them to follow, and I could like coach them online, I guess. So I did that for a while, and then I guess I did that for 2 years basically, and then I started losing my passion for fitness throughout that journey just because I was so consumed in my clients' progresses that I wasn't focusing on myself and my own fitness journey progress, I guess. So I kind of started like hating going to the gym and hated working out. And I didn't want to lose that passion because it got me through a lot. It got me through being alone in Mexico. And when I was facing a bunch of struggles there, that's what got me through. So I wanted to keep that really close to me. So that's when I was like, okay, I want to continue doing fitness, but I don't want it to like consume me and lose my passion for it or whatnot. So I kind of realized that throughout those 2 years as a fitness coach, I was able to build my brand up a bit, and I was able to build an audience and a community that trusted me and would come to me for advice. And it was really easy for me to do because I did it through like organic marketing. I never did paid ads. People would come to me, and I never reached out to people to get clients or anything like that. They would come to me. So I'm like, okay, it's really simple on how to create a brand and how to start a business online, basically. So I wanted to help other people do that. So that's kind of when I transitioned from fitness coaching to business coaching. So I was teaching other entrepreneurs, or people who want to be entrepreneurs or who have a business. I help them build their brands, organic market, create content that's actually converting, and things like that. So that's kind of where I transitioned. I still do fitness coaching a little bit, but it's not like my main focus anymore. And then, yeah,
So
that's
what
kind
will
of,
be what will be your main focus? Because I know you lost that passion, but then you brought the book out
yeah,
about fitness and was like, did that passion came back, or it was just something like you said, I just want to keep having that form so I can still help some entrepreneurs in that side of that niche of fitness?
right. So my book is actually, okay, a lot of people think it's a fitness book, but it's not just a
Mm.
fitness book. It's called Finding Your Fit, a guide to living your best life. And I wanted to teach people that being fit is not just about the physical appearance of one, because I thought being fit for so long was the way you looked and the way your body looks and all of that and the physical appearance, but that's not exactly it. Being fit is so much more than that. So in my book, I talk about 5 things, which is the physical, which of course, and then mental, emotional, spiritual, and social. I think that when you master all those 5 aspects of your life, that's when you're truly fit. So I kind of go in about all those 5 things um, in my book. And when you master those, you're like truly fit, living a fit life. It's not just physical.
And you're right about that, because I saw that myself when I started reading, because I love reading. So I started sitting down and I was like, where's my next pack of what I'm buying for Amazon? And I said, whoa, we all have all this, like you said, the physical, mentality, spiritual, and all that. So I decided to buy one book of each. And
Mhm.
as I was reading, like one about leadership, and then the one about spiritual, the one about questions and stuff like that, about money, it helps all around all of the aspects of your life. And it
Mhm.
kind of gets you a little bit more knowledge of stuff, like, whoa, I feel good because I'm exercising, but I'm also, my mindset is cleaner. I find
Right.
that out like every morning when I wake up early. I work out, and I used to work out with listening to like podcasts. Now I don't take anything. It's just me. And I realized that that helps me. It makes me better. Like, because I'm talking to God, the universe, or whatever you want to believe,
Mhm.
and just talking to myself and bringing the ideas and bringing everything that I'm like for that day. And it just feels like that energy starts just coming into you, and then you start your day. But that's just
Right.
me.
Yeah, no, I agree. Exactly. So that's kind of why I wanted to like bring that out, because for so long I was always about the physical appearance and about being like that fit girl, and everyone knew me as like the fitness girl, but then I wanted to show people that I don't just know fitness. I know like other things too, and it's not just about being physically in shape. There's so much more to living like a good healthy life.
And that's great, because you hit a point there, because when I saw the book Fit, and you said it's not about fitness, it's about everything, and that's how sometimes our mind just see a book and we're like, oh, it's just about money. But
Yeah.
when you ask, it's like it's not really about money. It's about how it affects on you, or whatever it is that author wrote that book, instead of
Right.
just not judging but saying, oh, it's fit, oh, there's so many fitness. No,
Mhm.
don't judge. Because I didn't judge, but when I saw it on Amazon, and I was like, oh, it's about fitness, without me
Yeah.
going at least an example page and be like, oh, it's not really about fitness.
Mhm. Yeah, a bunch of people thought it was a fitness book. I was like, no, it's a self-improvement book.
So how did you like living in Mexico? How long did you stay over there?
Yeah, I lived there for 2 years. But I would come back like every month or so, or actually I used to come back every 2 weeks to visit my mom and my family and stuff when I lived there. But I loved it. I think honestly it was like the best 2 years of my life. I think it really shaped me into who I am and helped me, and like I feel like that's what I needed to grow up and actually realize what I want in life and things like that. It was really early on in my life. I feel like I grew up really fast because I was only 15, 16 or 16, 17. I was really young when I was homeschooled and living down there. But I feel like it kind of forced me into like the person I am and like growing up. Yeah.
Yeah, you have sisters too, right? Or you're the only one? You have
Yeah,
two
I have
more sisters, right? Oh,
one.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one older sister. She's 22.
Oh, so
She's
around the age.
22.
You're
Yeah.
20, he's 22. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, she's like we're like complete opposites, literally. She's going in for like med school and like the school route, and I'm more like the entrepreneur
Yeah.
route. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw
it's
that your dad
interesting.
posted her thing about the graduation, the science or something. I was like, that's good. That your
Yeah,
dad was
exactly.
proud.
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you early age of you did you see your dad and be like, man, what is my dad doing? Like in your mind, like I want to follow his steps. I want to do not what he's doing, but on my own and as an entrepreneur, or it's just you following other people at a young age.
So I feel like growing up, I've always like wanted to somewhat be like my dad in a way because he's always been very like entrepreneurial and like a leader and people look up to him. So I've always wanted that. But I think that when I actually realized that that's truly what I wanted was when my grandpa passed away a few years ago. And after that, my grandma, like the woman in my family, we're like Middle Eastern and like Indian and like that type of culture. So my culture is very different, and the women in my family, um, most of them don't work. They're like house moms and things like that.
Mhm.
My mom was a house mom. My grandma was a house mom. So my dad's mom. So when my grandpa passed away, she was like super, super lost, and she didn't know what to do. She didn't know how she was gonna survive. Obviously, she had like her sons to help her, like my dad and his brothers to help her, but like it was just so difficult for her because she was so like she relied so much on my grandpa. And then that's kind of when it clicked to me. Not just that, but that happened, and I realized through my grandma. And then when my parents got divorced, same thing with my mom. She kind of had to just like step up her game and figure things out on her own. And I realized I was like, wow, it's so difficult for them because, well, one, they didn't have an education. Two, they never really built anything of themselves, so it was like they couldn't really do anything, you know. So they had to like start from zero, and they're foreign too, so it's even harder for them because they don't have like the mindset that I have. I was born here and I like grew up in America, so I have like that American mentality. They didn't have that. So I realized that like I didn't want to rely on someone else. Like my mom relied on my dad and my grandma relied on my grandpa. So that kind of scared me, and I feel like that's when it hit me, and I was like, I need to do something for myself. And I knew that I was going to do that either way, like through school and education, but I wanted to do something like in entrepreneurship and being a leader. And like I wanted to be like, I don't know, I feel like the Middle Eastern culture is so like, oh, rely on the husband or like the male figure to
Mhm.
be in control of the house and like, be like
The
on
top
top of
leader.
it. And yeah, exactly. And I didn't want that. I wanted it to be like equal. I want myself to be able to support for myself. If like, if anything happens, you never know. Like I don't want to have like to rely on someone else. I don't know.
No, but that's good because I mean, we all like our cultures is different, and we want to follow like we saw our grandpa or grandma, and then we see like the same routine, and then your mom and dad, and we're looking to them and like, okay, if it's working for them a long time ago, it's gonna work the same as now, but not truthfully because everything changes,
Right.
technology, everything is ahead of time. So damn, our parents and stuff, they're like see each other like, hey, you gotta work so much, or you gotta, put on the time, or like you said, you're staying at home, I'm working, and all of this, and you see like, whoa, I don't really want to do this. I really want to be a woman with power. I don't want to be if I'm married or not. I'm the one
Mm-hmm.
that choose what I want to do. So that's good. But like you said,
Right.
sometimes in the culture, maybe family will be like telling you like, no, you gotta follow this, and you're like kind of like the black sheep, kind of living on the
Mm-hmm.
right. But you're not doing nothing wrong. You're just following you because that's what you want to do.
Right. Exactly. And then I feel like my dad, he's been very helpful in this process. Like he's really, I don't know, supported me and been like, okay, like a lot of my family is like, no, become a doctor, become a lawyer, become, something. And that's what they tell me to do because they think that that's what's going to make me be happy and be successful and I'll be able to, live happy. But I'm like, I don't want that route. So I feel like my dad's really helped me with that. He's been very supportive, and like I've seen him do it. Like he went the entrepreneur route and owning his own businesses. I see him like going up and down all the time as well, but I'm like, okay, it's like I think it's worth it, and that's what I want.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's nice to have someone in my family who also does that, and especially that it's my dad, I guess.
And no, and that's good because when you get into an entrepreneurship, it's like it's not always gonna be up high. It's gonna be in the middles and the lows,
Hmm.
and you watching your dad, that is just amazing. Because I remember, I don't know what was it, 4 maybe 5 years ago when I started watching your dad, and I was like, Boss Up Solutions. So I added him, so I got him as a friend and I with his business page. Into just now that I see and like, oh, because now I understand what he's doing, what he started. But at the beginning, I was like, what is he doing? I was like, man, he
Yeah.
has a team and everything, but I didn't really. I understood a little bit about business, but when you don't get into it and get mentors and coaches, that's when you're like, aha, okay, I know.
Hmm.
I know that sometimes people are like, damn, we haven't seen you around 2, 3 years. Well, it's fine. I might be going on the lows, but still trying to see what's the next idea or who am I gonna collaborate? Because with all of it that is happening right now, COVID and stuff, it's like it's tough to go outside and you gotta wear the mask and people don't want to go out.
Yeah.
So now you got virtual. So we're like, how can we work each other? How can we implement these ideas and make things happen?
Exactly.
And it's good because you at your own younger age, I mean, you're 20. I mean, you still got a long ways to go and finding out what really is your purpose, what really is your destiny, what is really is your why. Right now, you're
Right.
running with what you know that you like and you're helping people. You never know,
Hmm.
5, 10 years from now, you might change to something else or you may follow the same route.
Yeah, exactly. It's scary.
Yeah. And you're still going to school, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm a junior this year. I'm majoring in marketing,
Hmm.
and then I have minors in sales leadership and also like integrated marketing honors stuff.
That's good. I saw in one of the pictures that you took a picture with Brad Lee. I follow him a
Yeah,
lot. I listen to his
yeah,
podcast like maybe every day. And there's
really.
yeah, there I would like to have him in the podcast. I met somebody too that knows him personally, and I hear him and the way he talks, and he's just like very knowledgeable. Because he said
Yeah.
one thing, he's like, they asked him, so what do you think about going to college, your kids going to college? He's like, I want my kids to go to college, maybe not for the education, but for the relationship and the connections. And I was like,
Hmm.
because the same thing, I have a daughter, and I'm like, man, I really want her to go to school, but then if she decides not to go to college or anything, that's fine. I'm gonna be a proud dad and listen to her. But I'm like, that's the real good thing because she's following me. She wants to be a YouTuber right now at a young age. And I'm like, when she goes to college, she's gonna build that strong relationship. While I'm still growing and meeting more entrepreneurs, I'm gonna be that strong father and following whatever she wants to, do and let her do what she wants to do.
Right. Yeah, that's funny. Actually, my dad is friends with Bradley,
I know.
so that's how I took that picture. But that's interesting. Wait, how old is your daughter?
She just turned 8 on July the 27th.
She's
And
so young.
yeah, and I don't even know if she actually watches my videos or anything, but one day, like she's in Mexico right now. Like she stays with mom and I just see her for vacation. And
Mhm.
when she came here last year for Christmas, I took her to like the lightning where they have all this stuff. We had a lot of fun, and she's like, "Hey, Dad, I want to be YouTuber. Can I borrow your phone?" And then she took my phone and she started videotaping. And she's went like, "Hey guys, don't forget to for the little bell for more of my content." And I was just
Oh my
amazed
God.
because it was just like natural, like no pause, just going. And I didn't even know because she turned back to me. It's like, "Are you having fun?" That I didn't even know what to say to the camera. I was
Oh
like,
my
"Whoa!"
gosh.
I
That's
was like,
crazy. You should let her, definitely let her, because she's only 8. I feel like the younger you start, the better. I honestly wish that I started YouTube when I
"No."
was younger.
I told her. I told her because right now she's supposed to be coming with me in June and have her
Hmm.
like kind of the rest of the year because of the COVID thing. But the borders in Mexico are still closed, and so they can get the permit grandma to come and drop her off, and so it's been a hassle. So I'm trying to I
Yeah.
hope that by December some offices are open so they can get the permit, grandma, and they
Mhm.
can come and I can actually see her because she's ready. Every time I talk
Yeah.
to her every day, she's like, I want to see you, daddy. I miss you. And then I ask her, so you still want to do that? You too? Like, yeah. So I want to have her with me so I can, bring her to the office and be like, we can start something, create your YouTube channel while you're here. We can work on it. And the videos that you do when you're in Mexico, send them to me and I'll upload them for you and do a little edit
Mhm.
and put them in there because she still wants to do it.
Aw, that's good. That's good. You're helping her.
Oh yeah, and that's why other people, other fathers see me as like, oh, that's good because you know that route, the podcast route, and you're still learning.
Right.
So if she wants to do that at a younger age, that's fine. Teach her, and even if it's not for her, that's fine. It's something that she's gonna get in. Like that kid that does they open up the toys and I don't know his name, Ryan's World, I think. He's like the same age. He's like 8 or 9, and just in 2019, just himself, he made $25 million out of YouTube. Him, the little kid, at 8 or 9. I was like, wow, that potential you have by loving what you do, but on the side, you're making that extra income. As a kid, imagine a kid making that money. You're like, wow, I'm getting paid 50,000 a year. Like, what's going on? Can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you. Let's see. Oh, I think your mic. Let's see. Can unmute your guest. Their mic is. Oh, your mic.
Okay, can you hear
Oh,
me?
there you go. Yeah, we're back. Your mic was disconnected.
Yeah, my AirPods died, and then after that, I don't know what happened. It muted me. Sorry, I could hear
Ah,
you, but
you're good. You're good. I can see it through the office right here in the mic. The mic had the slash, and I was like, "Oh, damn! When did I push it?" So I pushed it back, and it said, "It's not you. It's the other side." Like, all right.
oops.
But that's fine. That's what I tell people sometimes when you're going live and stuff, things are gonna happen. There's one time I was going live and the other person just their Wi-Fi wasn't good. They just froze and we had to they came back and then we did it again. But it's live. Not you can't control, what's gonna go on. It's
Right.
just that it's happening and you're getting the right information and you're learning and stuff. That's the best thing.
Exactly.
And I'm running your Amber Farooqui.com. So if anybody wants to go to her website and know her more, um, the website is running under here.
Yeah.
Can you talk of one of the topics on your book that you can, right now, since a lot of people is COVID and it's a lot of things people are in their mind as like 2020 has been so like boom, like a preview for like a movie of 2020. What's gonna happen on 2021? Elections and all of this stuff, and then the hurricanes. People are like, whoa, is this like gonna end? Like something positive from that book, a chapter that you can be like relate to somebody out there.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that I have my book here if you guys want to see it.
There you go, guys. Go get it, because I'm gonna get it too and signed by her. So next time I have her again, and we'll talk about the book.
Copy. Yeah. So let me tell you about one of the chapters. I told you the 5 chapters: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social. I think the mental chapter is like one of the most important because I feel like mentality and your mindset and things like that really matter. And right now, mental health is super important, especially like you were saying with COVID and everything going on. That's why also 5% of my book sales go to the Youth Mental Health Project. I just wanted to like do something to give during this time also. But in that chapter, it talks about, I can kind of go over like the sub like categories in it, but it talks about mindset, obviously. So how to like express gratitude and counting your blessings. It goes in detail about all that, and how to constantly be in a positive state of mind, because I feel like a lot of times we always look at the negative of things and we always think of like the worst possible outcome. But I teach you how to like shift your mindset on that. And then I teach you greatness within solitude, meaning when you're alone, I feel like being alone teaches you a lot. And a lot of people fear being alone, but honestly, I love being alone. And I think that that's the time when I feel like I'm like rejuvenating and becoming like, I don't know, I feel like that's the time where I can actually like, you're alone, you don't have outside noise like coming into you and feeding you whatever, like you can. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, it does, because when I come here, it's like purely work. I get in here and it's like emailing, texting, and stuff. And when I look at the time, it's like, nah, 6 hours already went by, but you actually got stuff done, and it was just pure you. Like there's nobody bothering you.
right, exactly. And then it's about training and controlling your self thoughts, because the things that we tell ourselves in our mind, I feel like we're our worst critics. I think we're so rude to ourselves. Like the things we say to ourselves, we wouldn't say to our friends or our family. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
perfectly.
Okay. Um, and then the power of affirmations, like affirming yourself. I try to talk a lot about this, and then I talk about time management, and then self-care and self-love, and then your purpose and your why. Those are kind of like the things that I talk about in that chapter. Yeah, I don't know. What else do you want?
No, that's important, because that's what I tell people. Sometimes, even at a younger age, when I started, even my mom told me once, she said like, hey man, when we came here to United States, she was like, there was a lady, I don't know, but she told me that you were gonna make it someday, that you were gonna be successful on somewhere. And I kept that in my mind, like you had something in you, but like you had to open that up, not me as your mom. Like you had to find your way, you had to find. And sometimes we're at home and we're like, yeah, our parents in there, but we have to find our ways. We have to find out, like you were saying, all of those chapters. You have to find your purpose, your why. Like I said, at that younger age, maybe you thought that was your why. That's what you wanted to do. Like when I started my businesses, I started doing pressure washing. I used to do pressure washing houses and as buildings and stuff like that. I loved it. I thought that I was gonna do that all the time when I got into it, because I changed the game, because I love being on camera and being goofy but still helping people out. And I changed it. Like when the people were working and I started getting employees, I was in the camera going live, and people were like, I was showing them, but we were like, oh, so what are we doing after this and this? And it was just like work and play balance. So the employees liked that. It wasn't just like, oh, you work, 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 and like, hey, you missed that spot or what. It was just fun. And I saw that like it was a different, you gotta disrupt the game. And that wasn't for me. Look, I'm here. Then after that, I started doing other little things that didn't work. Then the last thing I think I did was I wanted to sell clothes. And like I still have the whole business model in there, and I know it's gonna work now because my mentality, I know what I did. That's what I like. You do things sometimes that you do it wrong. Later on, you can collaborate or go back and be like, I can do it now. I know what I did wrong. Why I don't see it as wasting money, but it was just like I just jumped in and invested on buying a lot of clothes, and I was sitting at home. It's like, oh, so what am I gonna do? That model that I have is not working with this clothes. And at the end of the day, you know what I did? I just gave all the clothes away to the people that needed the clothes. And like you have haters and people like, what are you doing? Why are you giving clothes away when it's good clothing and you invested money on it? I'm like, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to keep all these boxes and clothes at home. So I decided there's a lot of people that need clothing. It's like, just give it to them. And I did it. And it felt great to me, even though there's people like, man, that money you waste. I'm like, to me, I don't see it that way. I said, I jump. That's why entrepreneurship is like ideas, jumping in, doing things. It doesn't work. Okay, I might have lost a couple of thousands or whatever. And you're like, all right, that's fine. It's a failure. But now you look back to it and you're like, I can do it now. Now I know who I can collaborate and make that idea happen, and we can make some money out of it.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh, we have a lot of people over here commenting. Joshua says the ability to separate from things is essential to mental stability. Yeah, you're right, Josh. And good morning, everybody that is coming in and saying good morning. Back to the old saying, he said, a time and a place. Yep. Salute to both of you. Number one selling Amazon out there. Yep, she's right there over here. Shout out to Amber. So they're shouting out to you, Amber. That was something that you gave you a light. What do you mean? that was something that gave you a light? Like, what do you mean, Josh, if you're still there watching? And then Corey said, your gift will make room for you. Yes, indeed. Corey, I need to get Corey in here. He does a lot of with John Maxwell with the
Oh,
leadership. He's in that program. So I've been following him a bit, and he's on the Lion Chaser. He's doing a lot of things with positivity and leadership. So that's why I like this, because you can learn from others.
hmm.
We cannot just say that we know everything. Like, whatever you do, like me doing podcasts, and I'm still learning. I'm still looking at the other podcasters that are bigger and asking them questions, and they got courses or they can mentor you, and you have to invest. That's something that I guess, I don't know if you were in the same line, even though you're 20, that you were afraid. You're like, I don't want to invest
Hmm.
on
Right.
a pay somebody. And why? And now I understand you cutting all that stuff, that meat, because you're paying somebody that already did it, already make those failures. They are where they at because they know where they went and they got their own mentors. So I'm like, whoa, come on. It's like going to college or school. I'm gonna pay, or am I in debt in college? The professor is gonna teach me something. Well, I'm paying somebody that I'm doing the same niche. So
Right.
why not invest on him and learn, right?
Yeah, exactly. Someone told me how, like, because I used to always be like, oh, I want to save my money. I want to save my money. But someone taught me how, like, it's not about saving money. It's about utilizing that. Like, you're going to get money back. Money comes and goes. But it's about using that money um, to gain knowledge and to gain, like, yeah, like more knowledge and stuff. So if you're investing that money into courses or in education and things like that, that's going to benefit you in the long run anyways. So it's not like, it's not bad to spend money on those type of things.
That's true. Look, sis, there he goes. Hashtag Lion Chaser Challenge. So if you want to check it out later, go to that hashtag Lion Chaser Challenge and you'll find a lot with the John Maxwell. I remember once I wanted to get into like the John Maxwell and email, but that was back in the day when that mentality of like, oh, I'm not gonna, because you have to invest and to be a speaker and this, because I did that. I was doing that a while ago. I was like speaking for free to kind of get my feet wet. So I speak in churches and small events, and then the biggest events I speak was to a high school that I went in Houston, and I didn't even know that was how many students. It was 600 students that I speak to. I was like, damn, that was the more people I spoke, and they were like, you did amazing. And then that's when they tell me, do you know how many people you spoke? And like, no, I was just focused to the kids and telling them, I went to this school as a sixth grader and I'm speaking to you that I went here. And when they said 600, I was like, man, I didn't even believe it. I was like, man, I was like, that was an amazing, that right there is like, when you do that, you can't explain it. When you get to that moment when you go to something and do something amazing,
Yeah.
it's just like you feel something different inside of your soul and your to on you, and you're like, wow, you
Right. What
can't explain that.
did you go and speak about?
Huh?
What did you go and speak about?
Oh, I told them a little bit about, I spoke to them at the beginning that I went to school here, and I made it fun, the bad things that I did there. But I told them for them not to follow that step, that for them to follow the dreams, for them to follow what they really wanted to do. And I told them, hey, you got to get a really connection and relationship with your parents. You need to talk to them, because I know some of you have that entrepreneurship on you, and maybe you want to do something on a side hustle or anything like this. I started motivating them on a lot of things, and stay in school, learn, start making those relationships. Right now, you want to make a business right now at this age, do it. And I started giving them a lot. So I was on fire on there. People were just like, ah, and I said, but keep that relationship, because I learned that a lot of parents, our parents are busy working 2-3 jobs, and they're getting home and they're still working at home, and then they forget about their kids. And the kids got that mentality that we don't know. Sometimes we don't even know what they want. We think that what they're doing it's to us, it's like, oh, they're playing football. That's fine, but not really. They probably want something else. So like on the drive right now, when I was driving to the office, I was thinking that, I was like talking to myself and ideas. I was like, this is the best time where you go out with the family, say a Saturday night, and then you go back home and you just keep your kids, and say like, hey guys, Let's sit down. I want to talk about you guys, not about us, but about you. What do y'all want? Are
Right.
y'all fine playing soccer, being a karate? Do y'all want to start a business? Are y'all following us? What we're doing? Keep that. You know how that kid is gonna feel? He's
Mhm.
gonna like just splurge and say, "Whoa, that's amazing! I want to tell you this and this and this," and that's not happening. It's like dividing between families and sons and daughters, and that it's the best thing when we bring that back.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
You can't look at it as a loss. You have to look at it as an investment in yourself and your future. Yep, you're right, Josh. Never a loss. Then we got, what's up, Bill? Consumer debt versus leverage. He's really good, man. He works on credit repair and stuff like that and more. So if you need help on your credit, when I started doing this as a hobby, he was one of my first ones that I interviewed him. That was in back in 2016. I got to get back to him because that's 22. We're about to get to 2021, so he knows a lot more. Oh, a lot of questions. Keep driving your dream forward. You're making a difference. Yep. No matter what the age you are, 20, 35, 60, there's never that age. You just got to jump in and do it.
Yeah.
You got to jump in and do it. Keep driving your dream forward. You're making it. Okay, I put that. Hashtag license challenge. Keep chasing the lion of your big dream. Yep, you drew. You are. We are a lion. So you can call yourself anything. You can be the bear. You're like, I'm a bear. I'm not a lion, but you're still, that's you. You being that beast. You creating that beast mode or whatever you want to call it. You pushing yourself out there. Build a good mentality into the newer generations. They will continue to build the future or tear it down. Our leadership molds their understanding and capacity. Yep, that's very true. Because the younger people, just like yourself, and even the younger ones, those are the leaders that we're gonna have next when we're older, when
Yep,
we're 60 or 80.
exactly.
Thanks, man. We crushed it on that show. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get you back, Bill. So I mean, like, I love it. That's why I love creating the show because all of these comments and it's all positivity, all about helping, all
Hmm.
about being that leader. And I love that I brought you in because say you're a younger person, you're 20, you got a lot to go, a lot to teach other kids even younger than you. And that I think that's what makes me that I like, even if I give more value than it's supposed to be, but it makes my heart makes me feel happy that I know that those kids, or I know that that family is going to teach those kids better because they're the future. We
Right.
want them to know that we are for them,
Hmm.
because if we're not, man, it's going to be a division, and then their future is going to be messy, and we don't want that. I don't want that.
Hmm. Exactly.
So before we leave, I want you to tell just the audience and one thing that comes to your mind, one that throws something positive. I know we've been listening to a lot of positive things, something that somebody's gonna take it in for today, Thursday, that it's gonna help them, like everybody that is watching right now.
Okay, let's see. I feel like, oh my God, there's so many things I could say, but I
Oh yeah,
think the only thing is just like never to give up and keep going. I feel like right now everyone feels like they want to give up or like the world is, like you were saying, just collapsing and going down. But I think that we need to keep our minds right and our mindset right and stay positive and stuff and like keep going through it. And whatever like you set your mind to, you can definitely accomplish that. Like me, I'm only 20. Like I had the goal of writing a book for over a year and stuff. And during coronavirus and like everything going on, I was like, I might as well like take advantage of this time. I could have been sitting at home and like, doing things that weren't bettering me. I could have just been like eating and watching TV all day, but I decided to write a book and get it out there. And now I like accomplished one of my goals. So like that's kind of why I wanted to also write the book to like show people that I'm only 20 and I'm able to do it. So I want to inspire like not only younger people, but like everyone that they can do it too, like yeah.
you got a question right here. Amber, it says, I haven't read your book, but I intend to. What caused you to break out in this field?
Okay. In like which field? The business field or like the writing a book? Like
Yeah, what's up, Josh? In the business field or in writing the book or on fitness or all of it? Like she said, it's not only about the fitness, but the mentality, the physical. What's up, Chris? This is your captions. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. He's really. I had him. I interviewed Chris too. He's just like a. He lives here in Houston. He's an AC person. He fixes ACs and stuff like that. He's just amazing. Like he has that charisma that there's a lot of people that work in the same field, but
Mhm.
he's out there to help you make sure that AC with this heat in Houston, Texas, 108, that it's gonna work, and he's gonna come back and make sure that it is fixed. So that's him. And you don't meet a lot of those guys like that. You call an AC guy, or if it's in a girl and they come and fix it, they fix and go. Not
Mhm.
him. He's there to build that connection, that relationship, because that's what it is, word of mouth, referrals. So he's good at that. So hey, man, anybody watching from Houston, you need your AC, your heater, because I mean it's getting a little colder here in Houston now. Get at him. Oh, there he goes. The book writing.
Book writing. Okay. I feel like the reason that I wanted to break out in this field was because I felt like I had a message that I wanted to share. And I feel like you don't write a book unless you feel like you have something that can, like a message that can impact people. So that's kind of why I wrote it. And my message was about kind of what we talked about earlier. Being fit is not only the physical aspect, it's all 5 aspects: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and social. So I wanted to show people that that's how you can live a really good life. And also, like, in the back of my book, I write how, like, about the book, it's I write how not everyone is blessed with a mentor, parents, siblings, or even an education, and that is why I chose to write the book. So that's kind of also another reason. I know not everyone's able to, like, they don't have family, or they're not able to invest into their own education or coaching programs or things like that. So I felt like I could write a book. It's not expensive. Anyone can really purchase that if they wanted to. So yeah.
And also you're helping, like you said, the 5% is helping for that. So that's a great thing. When you do something like that, it feels great. Just like I'm in a group here in Houston for Dads of Houston. The guy that runs that group, he created shirts
Mhm.
and shirts and hats and all of that. They're selling all of that. They're not keeping none of the money. All of that is for meals for the kids here in Houston they don't have something to eat. So I mean that just and good thing that he's selling, and he put a goal, like I guess 2-3 weeks to sell this 500 shirts and 500 hats,
Mhm.
and he's getting there.
Yeah.
So anybody watching in Houston, if you're a dad, most of us are dads. Go get a shirt. I don't have the link here, but I'll give you the link. Just ask me. And you don't even have to be in Houston. You're just a dad. It says Dad of Houston. It's a hat and a shirt. You're helping, another kid, eat, because there's a lot of kids out there that they don't have a meal and stuff. And man, come on, man, a meal. Everybody has to have something to eat, no matter what.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, indeed. Definitely, I agree with you on the 5 aspects. I think that if you at least could meet 3 of those aspects, then you are pretty well on your way. I don't think we will meet all 5 consistently. You're right.
I agree with that. I feel like all 5 is very hard to master, but that's kind of what I talk about in my book. Like, this is how you can master all 5. Of course, like, we have ups and downs. Sometimes our physical health might not be as good. So, like, we can work on our mental and emotional health during that time. Like, we have every aspect of our life goes up and down. But I gave, like, all the tips and advice and, like, the ways of how you can master those aspects. But yeah, not everyone has all 5, and I definitely don't have all 5 mastered at all. But you know,
Put your link, because I know all of these people gonna get your book. So put it. You can comment there below, and it's gonna show it here in the whole comment section. So she's gonna put the link, guys, so you can get her the book. I'm definitely getting it too, because I mean I love reading. Man, look, just on the side here, I need to finish this book. I don't know if you read it. You're a badass on making money.
I didn't read that one, but I read the other one.
The yellow one.
Yeah.
Everybody that I've met is telling me I read the yellow one, but I haven't read this one. I got like 10 pages left on this.
Oh, really?
This book,
You'll read
get
mine.
it, because this book, she is amazing. It's like I'm reading it, and I think she's right here in front of me, like teaching me of all her mistakes and her failures of what she did. I was like, oh my goodness, like I will definitely reread these 3 or 4 or 5 times. I mean, every book you read, you have to reread it so many times, because the first time you read it, yeah, you'll learn, but you pass on stuff that you're not gonna get until you read it and read it and reread it. And I brought my whole books. It's like I have my case here, and the whole books are there, and like still like another 30 books are at home. But I gotta reread them. And some I haven't. Some I'm like I haven't even read that book. It's like it was like on the bottom. It's like I haven't even started reading that book. It's like, but I would definitely read them.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Sorry, I put the link into like the private chat. It didn't let me comment.
Oh, I didn't let you comment. Okay, let me. Okay,
No.
I think I can. Oh, yes, I can. Let's see. Boom, copy, and then where's the comments? Right here. Bam, and it's on, God. I just put the link. So go to the link if you want to get the book. I myself gonna get the link, but I'm gonna get it from her sign, and I'm definitely gonna get her again when I get the book. Read it because I still gotta get the other guy too. There, I had another guy that he just wrote a book too, and I gotta get his book and read it, and then get him back in here because it's just potential, man. It's a lot of potential when you write a book, like you just said. You have to have it in you to write and have that message out.
Right, exactly.
Because I wrote a book and I have it on Amazon too, but it's not the copy, it's just an ebook. But I want to make the copy too because it's not big, it's small.
Mm-hmm.
But what I wrote there, it was about the book is called damn, I can't believe I forgot the name of it. Let's see. I have the banner in here. Oh, here it is. It's called How I Learned to Understand the Walls.
Okay. What's it about?
So I wrote that book because every single of us have a wall, and that means every single of us have an obstacle. So every time you level up, you're gonna get a wall. You're gonna get something. Just an example. I myself started leveling up, getting the office and stuff. Then the car starts breaking down there, and then without a car, you can go to the office. Then a lot of other things started to happen at home. Not bad things, but things that I needed to fix myself. And those are the things when I tell people, it's like, no matter where you at, starting, middle, or even if you're super rich, you always gonna have that wall.
Mm-hmm.
You always gonna have something that's gonna happen when you don't want it to happen. You're like, oh my God, everything is going good. I'm making this 6, 7 figures. Woo, nothing is bad. And then boom, your mom is sick. Somebody in your family died. Like again, your car broke down. It's a negative domino effect. And you're like, oh my God, like what do I do? And then that's when your mind takes control of you, and you can't do that. You gotta control your mind. You're the one that controls your whole body and your mind. So without you not doing that, everything starts going down the hill, and then everything is like you lose your office, you never fix your car, then you're going to back to what? Square one.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I got to just let that message out that people don't give up just because things, just like one of the things that happened to me, and I couldn't be here in the office for like maybe a week and a half, and I needed to, get to work. It was like, that's not going to stop me. I didn't get this far for me to stop and go back. Mm-mm. Hear that, guys? You don't get that far to stop to go back to where you wanted to, where you were before.
Mm-hmm.
That's the spot you are, and you go out there and run. Collaborate, find a way how you can scale up. Don't even think about the money. Think about who you're helping, the collaboration, how that energy that you have, you're gonna push out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the money is just gonna just fly to you in the bank account because you're not even think about it. You're helping, you're pushing what you are doing from your business or whatever it is that you're doing, it's gonna happen. So that's why I wanted to give that message. I was like, and it's small, but I mean, it helps people because we all have it. We all run through it. Either you have a business or not, you're gonna get it. It's there. I don't have the link here, but it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon, or I have it on myself too. So I've been selling it. People ask me, hey, send it to me. So I just send them my PayPal and I just email them the book and they read it.
Okay, I'll have to get it. Read that.
Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna get yours because I gotta get yours and the other guys so I can have those two coming to me and then get to read, get more knowledge in here.
Yes.
We got 3 more months left, guys. 3 more months left, or 2020.
Crazy.
Go out there and kick some butt. Please do not give up. Whatever it is that you're doing, kick some butt. You're working for somebody, you're barely starting right now because of COVID. That's what gave me the push to do it full time because of what COVID was happening. Like I didn't go, they called me not to go to work, and then it was like a whole month, and then I decided, man, I'm not gonna sit down and wait. That's what a lot of people are doing. Waiting for what?
Yeah.
Waiting for what? Jump in it, man. This is the best thing. Yes.
Hmm.
Nothing is simple. Oh, before we go, this is something that I learned, I think, from a mentor. Said he told me, man, Jesus, you work for somebody for 8 or 12 hours, right? And you work hard and stuff to get paid the 12 hours. So that means that when you jump to work your passion, that means that you're gonna work as hard as you were working for that person because it's yours. It's yours. It's not theirs.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you can work those 8 and 12 hours and give it all, but you can't work more or less for your dreams. I
Mhm.
was like, when they told me that, I was like, man, you're right.
Yeah.
There's sky's the limit.
Hmm.
There's no limit. Like there's no cap. It's just you out there and make it happen. Good days, bad days, worst days, but you're still there and standing and breathing and living. That's it, man. You're
Yeah.
good.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Look, we're getting more people in.
No.
That's crazy. That's why I like it. See, it's just nothing better than seeing a young entrepreneur. Yep, indeed, Chris. I wish I had the mindset back then. Well, I was a hustler, but different times. Yeah, I know. That's true. But you're still getting it. You got your own business, your own office, and making it happen. Your family is happy. You're happy.
It's all that matters.
That's what matters. It's not about how much money you have, but it's that everybody in your home is happy. You watching Netflix, you watching a movie, and you're like laying back and you're like, hey, I'm happy. I'm at this point where you're like, I'm living my life. I'm living what I want to do. If I want to go here or here, I can do it.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you'll get there. You'll get there. Man, thank you, Amber. And I know we got more people coming in. So, guys, y'all wanna have to watch the replay because we answer all of those questions. And her link is there that I just put it for her book. And go get it. Finding Your Feet, a guide to living your best life.
Thank you.
Read it, and any questions you have for her, go find her on her page. Or I've been running since the beginning her website, amberfarooqui.com. So go check out her. Do you have everything on your website?
Yeah,
To
it's,
get the book?
I'm working on my website a little bit, so it's a little bit like
Ah, you're good.
complete. But yeah, you can go on there, or you can reach out to me through Facebook or Instagram. It's just Amber Farooqui. Either way, I'll get back to you guys. Yeah.
This is about her though. I'm saying stay the patch. You got to jump start. I got you, Chris.
Sometimes I wish I started earlier too. So
Yeah, I know. Oh, the same. Like when I'm doing this, I'm 35. I wish I would have done it when I wasn't afraid to be like when I was like 23 and said, jump it. Who
Mhm.
cares? But
Yeah.
like I said, it's never too late.
Never.
Man, I know people that they're 60 and they got six pack and I'm like, I don't even believe it. And that they tell me when they tell me their story, I'm like, there he goes. When you talk to people and you listen to the story, you're like, okay, these are
Yeah.
the right people I want to keep, because I want to be 60 and maybe not the six pack, but I know that I have the same energy as you, that I can still push another 20 years or 30 years.
Yeah.
And being 60 and being like already on bed and I can't get up because my back, I don't want to be that person.
Yeah.
I want to have this energy as I'm having right now.
Exactly.
Thank you, though. But any questions, guy, when you get the book and you read it, and any questions you got for her, go find her, Amber Farooqui, on her Facebook. She's there. Go out there and her Facebook page too. Go like her, follow her page. And do you have a YouTube? Not yet?
I do, but I used to do YouTube for a little bit, but then I stopped. I'm thinking about getting back into it, so you can
Okay.
check it out. You'll see.
Okay. So I'll check out her YouTube, and also when she gets back to it, you'll see her new stuff coming out. I'm working on it too. I'm working on my YouTube and my second YouTube that I just created. It's just all content. There's so many content that we can talk about. Well, thank you, Amber, and thank you for being here. And I know when I get the book and finish it, I'll definitely get you back, and we'll talk about it. Don't forget, guys, the link's right there. And God bless, and you keep on having an amazing. Oh, okay. I was gonna say not Friday, Thursday.
Crazy. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. It was fun. It was fun. Thank you. Hashtag, guys, replay. Watch the replay. Bye, Amber.
Bye. Thank you.
Boom. Get the book, guys. That is on the link. The link is right there. Finding your feet, a guide to living your best life. We went for an hour, but I think the longest podcast I done, it was an hour and 45 minutes. We could have gone 4 hours, man. It was just an amazing, talk and an amazing learning. But anything that you learned today, guys, Chris, everybody that asked the questions that I went and read. If I missed something, I think I missed Josh last thing. You should podcast video the books you read with your followers, Amber and Jesus. It'll be awesome. Hey, that's good. Yeah, we should podcast video the books they read and follow. Okay, good, Josh. Thank you for that. See, if I miss a question or anything, I don't think we actually went to we saw every single of them and we put them in here. And I'm very thankful for y'all being here today. And the guys, and not only the guys, but I mean guys like everybody, when you come back and watch it, hashtag replay and put a comment. Put a comment. Any questions you got, you want the book, her book, you want to get my book too, get it, the link, let me know, comment me below, and I'll send you the link for the link, the link for the link, the link so you can get it through me, and I just email it to you, all right? And I just send you the link from PayPal, all right? And yeah, have an amazing Thursday, bless, and I just can't wait to get you more interviews here, more younger people, more older people. I got some younger hip hop rappers here in Houston that I'm gonna get them back in here. They're what, 13, 11, and 8, and they're freaking amazing. They're kicking butt. So yeah, definitely gonna get them here. See, from young all the way to old, something that we all gonna learn, and we are gonna write down. Where's my notebook? See, you write down stuff or either through your phone and use it on anything that you can use it through your life, on all aspects of your life. Well, thank you guys. God bless. And I hope you loved the show today. And I'll see you in the next one. And hey, the audio is gonna be out soon too, because I'm switching for a new audio podcaster, a way better one that I have right now, so I can actually upload everything at once, and y'all can hear with my new audio intro that is badass, man. I had to invest on it, and it was a really good investment, but it's really professional. So boom, I like that. So thank you guys. I'm out, and y'all keep having a blessed Thursday.